We're at TroutArtSupply.com doing a little video today on some of our newer cap offerings. We got probably our most popular so far, the Frogger fat cap. Hybrid cap, sprays nice fat line, also capable of like a medium / skinny line. Next up is the Genie cap, the Genie fat. It's probably my favorite out of the bunch. It sprays pretty much as wide as a New York fat and as skinny as a Lego, almost as clean. This one's a little strange as well, as when partially clogged, it's like the most perfect outline cap you'll ever get. It's a really nice cap. And then you got the wheat thin. It's an interesting cap. It's great for tagging, some detail work. It's a lot like the old school New York thins where you got to kind of finesse it, get it just exactly where you want it. Otherwise it can come out a little bit fatter than you would expect. You can get them pretty skinny, but it's a nice cap. It's not as good as the other two, admittedly, but it's fun to play with. And we're gonna do a demo today and show you how these all work. And then we also have two new caps that are direct fit for Rusto's male valve system. 1/8 inch valve, 3.2 millimeter valve. So the opening fits directly. These are our thin mints. I would say comparable to a Lego, maybe a little skinnier, maybe not as clean, but they're nice and soft. They actually perform really well on the typical high pressure valve that Rusto male cans have. And then this is our Spre female fat, or Spre male fat for short. It's kind of a medium fat. It sprays a couple inches, maybe a little more with the right color. What I've been finding with all caps, not just these, they seem to work differently on the different formulas. The gloss versus satin, the 2X versus the original Rusto. I'm not sure if it's something with the formula, but it's just something I've noticed personally. And then today we're also going to show you these Quill adapters and how they work with some of our newer caps. These were developed as like an aid, basically, for people who have arthritis or difficulty spraying. And what it does is it changes the leverage on the cap, and it's surprising how good they work. And the other thing about them is they're perfect for painting in the winter with a glove, because you can finesse a little bit better without taking the glove off, especially with the smaller actuators. So something else interesting with these caps, they work a little bit differently depending on the brand of paint and the type of valve that they have. For instance, AA has like a modular pressure valve, which means fats spray fatter and thins spray nicer. It's a softer spray. The Frogger will be fatter than it would be on a can of Hardcore or Nitro. And the wheat thin actually sprays nice and much cleaner on the AA than it does on a typical valve. We're going to go over some of that today as well. So first off, we're going to do a little test spray with AKA new paint out of Spain. Importing directly. We're at this moment the exclusive distributor or retailer. Good price point, high coverage, about 3-4 inches away from the surface. Nice fat. Go a little further, get a little fatter. Nice windy New England day here. A little overspray. And then the other nice thing about these is you can get pretty skinny line. Nice, clean, skinny line. So, those fat, thin, hybrid cap. Real fun for flares. Fun cap. Next up, we're going to show you the Genie cap. It's medium fat. It's like New York fat level. You get fairly thin, clean lines plus a nice fat line. Pretty good all-around cap. Here's the skinny. So depending on your crank control, get nice lines. So, and it's a little more powerful than the Frogger because it's like more direct, so you can get a nice fill going. Next up is the wheat thin. I'm gonna try it on some Nitro 2G, probably my all-time favorite black. Sprays nice and smooth. You can get pretty thin with it, depending on your control. You can also get pretty fat, just under the Genie, and it's also good for flare. So now we're going to do a quick run through with these same caps on AA, just to show you what it does on like a slightly different valve. If nothing else, these caps are fun just to mess with and figure out what they do, what kind of effects you can get. And they're also just good to have as a backup or replacement or whatever. Like I've come to really like using these. We're gonna go right over ourselves. Not sure how it works, but it's a little bit fatter than the fat we were getting off of the AKA, which is right here. We'll do a line for comparison. Pretty close, but slightly bigger with the AA. Definitely fun to do tags, ghost fills, whatever you want. It's a fun cap. Again, about the same as the New York Fat, and you can control it a little bit. Really nice line. Kind of a little weird today because of the weather's a little bit cold for spraying, but a wheat thin test, AA spray paint. Nice clean. Nice clean lines, fun to paint with. Again, you can get a little bit fatter if you go full blast on the control. There's also a nice, like, solid outline cap. I compare it most to like old school New York thins, where you just got to know your pressure points, and as long as you have some sort of control, you should be able to paint pretty well with it. Rust-Oleum cap test, thin mints, direct fit, Rusto female thin. So right away you can feel that it kind of has a softer spray than the typical stock cap that you put on it. Pretty nice, clean, thin line. Get a little bit fatter, but not much. Good for borders, highlights, outlines, whatever you need it for. Checks the box. Next in line is the Spre female fat caps, direct fit Rusto. Spre's like 2 to 3 inch line, 3 inch on the higher side. More of a medium, but it's a nice clean cap. That spray. Also get relatively thin. And pretty decent for flare. I had one more thing I wanted to show today. I have these new Quill actuators in. They're finger saver, fatigue savers. You got a big project, you know, got something bothering your hand, you still want to get out and paint. You slap one of these guys on your can, just open it a little so it fits right around the rim. Make sure it's on there nice and snug. Throw your cap on. Now this is a fat cap. All right. I'll show you at full blast and then we'll show you what it can do. Pushing all the way down, you get nice thin lines like you normally would. Or you push a little bit, you get a nice soft line. And then if you just barely push, you can get all the way down to that, and that's with the fat cap. Wheat thin, AKA Quill. Same sort of thing. Full blast, you can get nice thick line. You adjust your grip just a little bit. You get them almost pencil thin. Great for winter painting. You can wear a glove, still get some nice effects. Quill.